Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of Kitmaker Network, and welcome to another Monday mail call. It is technically Monday today. Some of you may be getting on to Tuesday, but by the time I get this, I'm sure it will be Tuesday for some of you. We've got a large box in from Dragon Models, or Dragon USA, actually, technically. And it's going to have Dragon kits and probably many of the other brands that they sell. It's not just one thing. A lot of people on Facebook, on my personal Facebook page, thought, oh, that must be just one model. No, it's a bunch of models. But we also did get a couple of small items. I got something from Square and something from the Webby Awards, which I keep thinking I'm doing web development, which I'm not. But let's go ahead and take a look at these books real quick before we move on to the main event. Hope you guys had a good week. It was a very short number of days between videos for me, at least on the mail call level. Just a reminder again, this will be the last mail call for 3 weeks probably, because I'm going to be out of town for a week and a half, so I know I can't do the next 2 Mondays. This is the other copy. So Dave, or David, if you prefer to be called David, this one showed up in days. Yeah, that's just not right. The last copy he sent literally took a month to get to me, or it might have even been slightly over a month. I don't know if there were mail issues going on, security, but yeah, if you were awaiting a package from overseas and it took a long time, you weren't the only one. So we do have this extra copy of this book by High Gloss Publishing. This is the LVTP5. If you didn't catch it last time I got a copy, which was last week. Landing Vehicle Track Personnel. It's a reference book, obviously, and it has... quickly looking through to give you a tease. Yeah, it does have a lot of color and black and white photography, as well as lots of captions on the photos and such. And we will make doing a some kind of promo giveaway with this, so stay tuned for that. It probably will have to be after I get back, but yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. Maybe let's turn it over to Darren and have Darren organize it. Darren, organize something for that. We also got in from Casemate Publishing, Boat Building, Cold Molded and Stripped Plank Wood. So, book on boat building, I guess, about actual practical boat building, which probably could be carried through on a modeling level. But yeah, that's interesting. I might have to actually give this a read, because I'm a bit of a nautical person. I read lots of nautical fiction, like Horatio Hornblower and the Aubrey Maturin series. Yes, I've read almost all of those books. All right, well, that just leaves us with this giant dragon book. I'm going to have to be careful not to bump the camera, not bump that table around. Even though the cameras are connected to a completely different area, I just have a feeling it's probably going to cause a ruckus. So, but quickly, let's get on with the main event, as I'm sure all of you are waiting to see what's in this darn big box. Yeah, one of the guys teased on Facebook. He said, "Maybe it's the Star Wars 1/35th scale AT-AT Walker that they're coming out with." Of course, they're not releasing that here in the United States, as far as I'm aware, because they don't have the license to release Star Wars kits here. So people will probably get it after, via the foreign markets. But I doubt Dragon USA can do that, because obviously they've got to stick with their legal and ethical stuff, I would assume, anyways. But I would love to get one of those. 1/35th scale AT-AT is definitely my cup of tea. I'm actually going to do something a little weird here. Cut this. Otherwise, it's going to hit my camera. Wow, so they've really secured this. This is like a box within a box here. Typical. All right, there we go. Much paper. Let me put the X-Acto knife away before I stab myself with it. All right, so I'll start with something looking very interesting. The 1/35th scale MIM-104F Patriot missile system. That looks tasty. And probably very large. This is a black label release by Dragon. It says Surface-to-Air Missile SAM System PAC-3 M901 Launching Station. So you can see it's the... they're not depicting any vehicles yet, so it's just the trailer with the launching system, basically. And they think they show another trailer in the background, which I'm not sure... It's a different view, I think. So, yeah, very, very cool looking. I'm sure people are going to be interested in doing some big-scale dioramas of a kit like that. in 1/35 scale. We also got the Magak 1 and 2 by Dragon battle tank. Interesting new box art they're implementing on this. You guys can see that pretty clearly. Let me try opening my windows here for a little direct light as well as the overhead, but it may be too bright now. Yep, too bright. These webcams, I swear, they were these, I shouldn't say webcams. This is not a webcam, this is a GoPro. But yeah, there is a lot of glossiness on this because it still has the plastic on it. So this is says 50th anniversary 6-day war, 1/35 scale, obviously again. And then we have, just to kind of get it off here, we have the Bronco World War II German rubber raft. I believe we may have already gotten this and it's been on our list, or someone may already have this, but we have another one, so we can send it from here or there. As a matter of fact, the mini art kits that we got last week, just as a quick little aside, the mini art kits we got last week, we also have in Europe and in the United States, so we can take requests from either end, and then whoever we assign it to, obviously can go from the closest locations forward. We got some 1/72nd scale kits, Churchill Mark III AVRE, the howitzer. Well, it's not really a howitzer. I know it's kind of like a special gun, but anyways, that that thing that what was the video game? Oh, they used it in one of the video games that I played a lot, and yeah, it was quite effective. Large explosions killed many things. And the Panther OS-A early production in 1/72nd scale as well. Okay, and then we got from Reach Models the British Airborne Universal Carrier and Web Bike. So the bonus hasn't included Web Bike. Boy, they just keep trying to sell those, get rid of those Web Bikes, don't they? But yeah, they include that in this one with the maybe the Web Bikes and these Universal Carriers kind of went hand in hand. I don't know. You guys will have to fill me in on that history. I'm not aware of this, but maybe that is the case. Looks like it has some quite a bit of photo etch included with it. You can see on the side here. And looks like an interesting kit. It says limited edition, of course. Then we have a lot of standard Dragon and one Bronco kit here. The Stu H, yeah, I guess. Anyways, whatever. Stu 8.42 OS-E-F. I know that's Sturmgerst, whatever, but Sturm. Oh my goodness, I can't even say Sturmgerst. Anyways, OS-E-F, and this is the 10.5 centimeter gun, and looks like radio set housing cover. So they're showing some interesting details there. I don't think it has an interior, but maybe it has a partial interior. All right, moving on. Start to stack these up behind me. The Soviet Su-76I self-propelled gun. Dare I say it? It's in World of Tanks. Yeah, this was I believe this was a premium or something at one point. Or no, maybe this is in the regular line. I can't remember now. Anyways, but yeah, interesting little Soviet tank destroyer there with the 76mm gun. SPG, as they designated them. I guess some of ours were designated SPG too, but the M60 Patton, just the M60 Patton, just whatever, no extra stuffs. I can't remember what the first first couple of patents they've released are, but obviously this is just the standard M60 Patton in 1/35 scale. New Commander's Cupola with accurate shape. Brand new M60 turret with correct shape. Cast texture realistic reproduced on turret. New turret stowage rack reproduced by multiple parts for greater authenticity. So it sounds like they're addressing some accuracy issues, which is probably a welcome thing by modelers. You guys care about accuracy, right? I do have that right? Okay, yeah. Flak Panzer T-34. Didn't even know this existed, but I can see the Germans using any captured vehicle they could get. So yeah, this has the German flak 20mm flak gun on it. Authentic Flak Panzer T-34 to 1/35 scale. Now, how many of these could there have been, though? You know, like how many actual examples? Adam, how many examples of this were there? Probably just the one, but a couple maybe. All right. So then we have the 5cm Pak 38 off Panzer Kampfwagen II SF. So does this not be called a martyr? This doesn't qualify as a martyr. It's got a different configuration in terms of the gun shield and stuff, but it's obviously deploying the standard 38 millimeter gun that was on a couple of the martyrs. Again, this is probably a very rare instance. Authentic looking. 1/35th scale, a 5 centimeter Pak 38 and Panzerkampfwagen 2 SF. And it's kind of interesting. It looks like a one-piece, nearly engineered one-piece upper hull. So this is all one piece. You can see the picture there. Interesting way to go with it. Very, very engineering. What's the word I'm grasping for? Very engineering, pioneering engineering. Never mind. I cancel all that. I'm going to remove that off this. Yeah. And then we have from Great Wall Hobbies the L4819T33A Shooting Star early version. Whew, that's a mouthful. Very, very beloved plane, though. I know that from listening to the guys at my local IPMS go on and on about it. But it does look actually pretty darn cool, especially in that that particular color scheme, markings, and so forth. Very, very 4th of July with all that red, white, and blue. So they also have a couple of other variants, I guess. Let's see. Looks like a Italian, I want to say an Italian variant and a German variant. You can see on the side here. It's hard to read because they've got all the unit designations in Italian and German, so, well, I'll assume it's Italian anyways. And then lastly we have the, you ready for me to try to do this one? The Mittlerer Personenkraftwagen, MEPKW KFC 12 early version and 2.8 centimeter SPZ B41 on larger steel-wheeled carriage with trailer SDAH 32/2. Well, congratulations, Bronco. You have now released the kit with the longest title ever in the history of model kits. And we thank you for having your distributor send us one. Sorry, I'm just trying to be funny. These aren't real criticisms. These are just humor, which I'm sure some of you appreciate and some of you are cringing. This is CB 35209. So yeah, a nice, see what I would have called a Horsch looking vehicle, although maybe I'm wrong. It's not a Horsch. Is it a Horsch? With a, obviously, 2.8 centimeter, sorry, 2.8 centimeter anti-tank gun. But a nice little setup still, very, you know, I wish that, you know, the illustrations, the kit canvas and windows and stuff would actually come out looking like the illustrations, which again, let's see if I can't have a catastrophe of falling boxes here, but maybe I can, I don't know, I just can't do it. It's just, there's too much glare with these. See, I'd have to rip all the plastic off, basically. This is why I always get on Dragon, well, I sometimes get on Dragon USA for sending me everything in plastic wrap. It's like, don't send me stuff in plastic wrap. Just, you know, you don't have to wrap my stuff. Well, of course, by the time they pull it, it's already been done, I'm sure. Anyways, there we go. So yeah, you can kind of see from the picture there if I'm trying to get across, but yeah, I wish the canvas tops could actually come out looking that well, especially with if this has this level of detail in it with the outside bars and so forth. That would be nice. Hope I'm not hitting that camera because I really don't want the camera to bounce around. Anyway, so but that is it. That is all the things, and quite enough. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dragon USA, for sending many kits, and we will definitely have these out for review if, again, you are somehow new to this kit unboxing experience. We do make these kits available for written reviews, video reviews if you're an experienced video person, because video, it really shouldn't be the first kind of review you do, to be honest. If you're a hobbyist right now who's thinking, oh, I can maybe do a review, I'm knowledgeable about that plane or about one of these tanks, and you know, maybe I could share something with my fellow modelers, great. But probably would suggest not trying to do a video review right off the bat, or do a video review of your own stuff first to kind of try to get your feet wet a little bit, because video is not an easy medium to just like kind of take over with. It's hard enough for the average non-technical person, by technical I kind of mean like photography and things like that, to just jump into it. So even shooting the photos to do proper online reviews is a bit of a challenge, and that's something that people should try to not master, because I'm not saying we need perfect photos, but at least try to kind of, again, get their feet wet taking photos that they feel represent the kit that they're reviewing and things like that. Anyways, that all said, but we do have, I'll put the link to a separate video in our main page video, or what they call the channel intro video. I can get this stuff out. And that explains a bit more about how the review process works, where to look for the spreadsheets we have on the site, which will get updated at some point with these things. But you can always send in requests to also the individual editors when you are aware of a kit, like I do the video on it, and sometimes the people on YouTube are aware of the kit before the people on our site, because I tend to put the video up on YouTube first, and then I put the video up on our site later, if I do, even sometimes. But yeah, that all is how that works. And if you have questions, you can always put them down in the comments section below if you're on YouTube or on our websites. I'm sure if on our website an editor or somebody will come along and explain it. But yeah, that's how we do stuff. And that's pretty much all I've got. We're going to try to push out as many other items, but mostly books and some kits that I'm working on, as well as we have quite a few number of items that I've been waiting to ship out, and unfortunately just bad timing keeps coming up. Every time I plan on shipping kits, it's like something comes up. The week before last, it was my wife getting ill on Friday. And this last weekend, last Friday, it was just a bunch of things, and then I eventually got to a point where I was like, oh, I can't, I was going to stay late, and da-da-da-da, and then the scams video thing came up, and anyway, so if you're waiting for an item for us for review, it's because I've been bad and I haven't sent out stuff in a while. But I will be getting all that stuff out this week, if not in the next day, or hopefully today even. But if that doesn't happen, it's just because I got sidetracked with something else. Anyways, so babbling ceases now, and video ends, and I appreciate your watching, and please comment and like and do all that good stuff, and we will see you next time on Mail Call in 3 weeks. See you later.